Well, hello, and welcome to another Racing for a Cause event right here on MaxSpeedTV. My name is KR Stolfus. Thank you very much for joining me tonight, folks, and I hope everyone is strapped in tight and holding on for dear life as Racing for a Cause Hershey Design Series presents the Chicago 150 at Chicagoland tonight. It'll be a heck of a race, as we have 100 laps in store for you at Chicago. These guys all excited after a 1-week hiatus in the official points counter. Last week we did our RFC All-Star event, won by Ricky All-Star Hardin. What an epic race that was, epic event. If you guys haven't seen that yet, make sure you check out that race. Tonight's race, though, is brought to you by Walls Beard Co. and Beard Balm. Check out wallsbeardco.com for all of your beard balm needs. Colby's Eye Paints, you can find him on Facebook at facebook.com/Colby's Eye Paints, specializing in replicas of real-life cars. Check out Colby's Eye Paints. The Ohio IndyCar League. It's an IndyCar league based out of Ohio, but you don't have to be from the Ohio club to join them. Check them out, facebook.com/Ohio IndyCar League. They are broadcasted right here on MaxSpeedTV. SimSpeedShop.com, doing a button boxes and custom button boxes. So if you have an idea, go ahead and submit it to them, see if they can make it happen. Not only that, but they also have some great e-brakes for all of you rallycross drivers. iBog.co is the official graphics supplier for all of our iRacing graphical overlays here at MaxSpeedTV. If you have a Twitch stream or you're looking to get into the broadcasting world, make sure you check out ibog.co. Make your broadcasting or Twitch stream that much better by working with these guys. And the Hershy Design Company, your one-stop graphic shop for everything you need. If you need a paint or a business logo or a team logo, make sure you check out the Hershy Design Company. That's HERSHY. On tap here coming up, we'll be qualifying in just about a minute. As you see, our top 10 there. Monday, July 9th at 8 p.m. will be the OP Racing Super Speedway Series as they do their Bumpy Road 200 at Daytona circa 2007. So make sure you tune in to MaxSpeedTV for that. That's Monday, July 9th. And then next Tuesday, July 10th at 8 p.m., the RFC Hershey Design Series will do the Coca-Cola Firecracker 125 at Daytona. That is going to be an interesting race as these boys tackle the super speedway of Daytona. So with practice in its final 10 seconds starting to wind down, Troy Radford is on top with KP Osmond in the 88, second in the speed charts. While they get ready for qualifying, we can go over the points real quick. Jerry West not only has the most accumulated points, but he is tied for the most wins, and with the points being the tiebreaker, he comes into tonight as our points leader. Erik Teske, 3 wins, but almost 50 points behind him. So that is putting him in second. Sean Cool would be third with 2 wins. Armando Ortiz has a win. Doug Wysocki with a win. Jeffrey Clifton picking up a win. And Kyle Gilbert with a win as well. All of those guys right now still currently eligible for the chase. Jeff Applegren and Dustin German, they each have picked up a win on the season, but have been unable to make the required races to qualify for the chase. So right now we are watching KD Osmond out on the track in the 88 machine. 4 minutes left in qualifying. These guys all hitting the track. Osmond coming around to complete his time. And Osmond is going to jump up to first place for now. Now he's falling to second as Jerry West in the 86 has put in a fast time. And as Jerry West puts in a time, David Roach in the 09 tops all of them. So Roach now in the top spot for qualifying. As the qualifying times come up on the top there, or on the left-hand side, as David Roach is going to shut it down after one lap. Peyton Johnson in the 85 machine. He is currently 8th, but across the line he goes, see if he can move up any. And he is not. His first lap was his fastest. '41 of Chris Parle sitting on pit road. He is currently 12th. Looks like he is getting ready to make another run at it. Chris Parle in that 41 machine hasn't been here for a while, but able to make tonight's race. So let's see how well he can do out here after being a bit rusty, that would be my guess. Doug Johnson in the 8 machine. He is currently 14th. Wilbur Colton in the 04 is out here right now in 17th place. Down the front stretch he goes. Onto the apron. And 17th place is where he's going to stay. He will not advance any further. AJ Rogers in the 17 machine out on the track now. So while the final cars are out on the track, we're going to step away and play our national anthem.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you very much for joining me in that, ladies and gentlemen. As the field is starting to take to the grid, it's time to go through our starting lineup, brought to you by Walls Beard Co. Row number 1 in the 09 at David Roach with a 30.279. Epic lap time there by that 09 machine. Jerry West in the 86 place, in the 86, going to be starting front row outside. Row 2 will be made up of AJ Rogers and Sean Cool in the 24. Row 3 is going to be KD Osbin and Armando Ortiz. Row 4 will be Kyle Gilbert in the 58 and the 28 of Greg Willis. Row 5 is going to be Erik Teske and the 16 of Russell Brown Jr. Row 6 will be Daryl Ricketts and Bobby Summers. Bobby Summers had a great run going in our last points race and also in the All-Star race last week. So we'll see if he can translate those two good runs into a win here tonight. Row 7 will be the 4 of Brent Cool and the 22 of John Johnson. Row 8 will be Peyton Ducky Johnson in the 85 and Chris Parle in the 41. Row 9 will be Dustin German in the 26 and the 8 of Doug Johnson. Row 10 will be Jeffrey Clifton and Wilbur Colton. Row 11, Ray Radford and Chris Berg. Row 12 will be Sean Wilder and Austin Wheatley. Row 13 will be Rick Greenaway and Tim Connolly. Row 14 will be Troy Radford and Doug Wysocki. And row 15 will be Hilton Young in the 38 machine. Field getting ready to go to green. Flag racing. David Roach in the 09, waiting for that pace car to peel off. 100 laps here at Chicago. There goes the pace car field waiting for the green flag.
Green, green, green.
And there it is, David Roach getting on the accelerator. The field in action here at Chicagoland. Down in the front stretch, into turn number 1 they go. David Roach getting an opening over Jerry West in the 86 with the 24. Sean Cool on the outside with a great run over that Blue Anointed 17 machine of A.J. Rogers. Down the front back stretch they go into turn number 3, coming around to complete the first lap. And just like that, these guys already got 1 lap in the books. David Roach gonna lead it, but here comes Jerry West, and now the caution is out. Looks like the 01 of Chris Berg into early trouble here. Trying to get that thing situated. We're gonna go to our MaxSpeedTV replay. The 01 of Chris Berg getting turned around here. Gonna figure out what happened down the backstretch, nice and clean. It's like the 69 machine right there of Rick Greenaway. Car's getting sideways. Car's checking up. The 47 gets turned. That 47 is Ray Radford. Radford bouncing off that apron, upsetting the field, and as they got into the line there, and unfortunately has made contact with also the 4 of Brent Cool. He's been on and off pit road, not sure what he is on pit road for. Looks like maybe he missed the start. So maybe not part of the action. Looks like he missed the start. I apologize for that misconfusion. So Brent Kuhl, though, beneficiary of this yellow having missed the start. So we do have several drivers now on pit road, including Chris Berg, the 91 of Sean Wilder. There's the 47 of Ray Radford. Radford overshooting his pit stall there. The 69 of Rick Greenaway on pit road. Troy Radford in the 94 also on pit road. These guys making some early pit stops here. But David Roach, right now, still your race leader, has been out front for all 3 completed laps so far. Want to say hello to everyone in YouTube chat. Once again, thank you very much for joining me, helping keep me awake out here, keeping me honest as well. You guys appreciate it. And yes, Miss Linda, that 88 machine looking awfully fast tonight. Big shout outs from Mr. Jackson Action, that is, to his teammate Armando Ortiz and Jamal Poe. Lights have gone out on the pace car. Field starting to form up. 0-9 once again.
Hang on, we're not going green, not going green.
Race leader, but race control throwing a delayed caution. We are not going to go green this time. So another quick caution out here. Is trying to get this field sorted. Chris Berg in the 01 still on pit road, or I should say coming back down pit road. Now he's exiting it. He's made another pit stop. Tim Connolly in the 03 machine is also on pit road. So with the lights still on the pace car, the field is formed up. When the green flag drops, the 09 of David Roach and the 86 of Jerry West will be your front runners, front row restarters. Row 2 will be made up of Sean Kuhl in the 24 and AJ Rogers in the 17. Lights have gone out on the pace car. So we're working our early caution here. Field going down the backstretch. Such an agonizing wait, not only for us watching this race, but for a driver as well, waiting very patiently for that pace car to peel off, for the racing to resume. So many thoughts go through your mind. It's impossible to just be ready for everything that comes, but you try and plan ahead. We go on board with Sean Kuhl for this restart. Pace car peeling off. And there goes David Roach getting a good jump over the 86 of Jerry West. Sean Kuhl going to work his way down underneath. Down into turn 1. Sean Kuhl's turn. Jerry West on his lid. Both drivers being back up on their tires, but Sean Kuhl sliding back down through traffic, collecting the 41. Oh man, the 41 and a second accident in less than 10 laps. I see Peyton Johnson involved as well in the 85 machine. So once again, we go to our MaxSpeedTV replay. did not back this up far enough, so we're going to go back just a little bit further. As we see Peyton Johnson in the 85. Try this one more time. Sean Cool, Jerry West. Side by side as they go down into turn number 1. Looked like Jerry West had no idea Sean Cool was there. That 24 machine is smoking. So with that being said, we're going to step away for a quick break. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Walls Beard Co., Colby's Eye Paints, the Ohio IndyCar League, SimSpeedShop.com, iBog, and the Hershey Design Company. So tonight's race not getting off to a stellar start. We've had two very quick cautions with no fast repairs out there available for these guys. Jerry West, Sean Cool getting their cars worked on, but they have gone 2 laps down now. Jerry West and Sean Cool are 2 laps down. Remember, Jerry West came in as the points leader, having accumulated not only the most points, but also the most wins. Well, tied for the most wins. Sean Cool having acquired 2 wins on the season. So chase contenders here already a couple of laps down. Meanwhile, David Roach in the 09 has led the first 10 laps. Now make it 10 now as we complete lap 10. Getting ready to go green flag racing. Hopefully these guys will be able to get through it now. As we've just had some very unfortunate situations create these cautions. Not very typical of these RFC guys to have 2 cautions like this right in a row. As always though, guys, down below in the description of the video you can find all of the links to not only the league but also all of the sponsors of MaxSpeedTV. Make sure you check them out. And while you're checking out the links down there, make sure you give this broadcast a thumbs up if you are enjoying it. If you have not done so, please make sure you subscribe to MaxSpeedTV as well. Let you know when all of the great iRacing action is being brought to you. Field getting ready to go green flag racing. Pace car is peeled off. There goes David Roach.
Green flag, green flag.
That car jumps out to a big lead here on this restart as AJ Rogers taking a very conservative start. K.D. Osmond in the 88 machine, though, diving down underneath Rogers. Gonna slide up into second place. Rogers down, trying to think about that inside line here. But he is gonna tuck back in as they go down into turn number 3 with Osmond gaining ground on the 09. What a run Osmond has. Pass for the lead as he goes to the outside. That 88 machine to the high side, looking for some room to run. He's got to get a good run here. Way up high he goes. Can he make it translate to a good run down the backstretch? No, he cannot. He's going to tuck in behind the 09 and David Roach. That sun-drop black and multicolored car, unable to get a good run through 1 and 2. He is going to try it once again as that light green 09 still holding on to the lead. Meanwhile, the 25 of Armando Ortiz has slid into third place, and he is going to add his name to the hat for possible contenders for this race win. You gotta wonder if these guys are racing this hard, as there is some blocking, some weaving, all kinds of good stuff. We're only on lap 15. You gotta wonder if they're racing this hard here on lap 15, how far will their tires make it? Our race analysis, we are doing 100 laps. This is a 1.5 mile track, so that, without taking my shoes off, that should be 150 miles. Tire window is about 15 laps, and these tires are shot. But the fuel window will be anywhere from 28 to 33 laps, as Osmond going to try and dive down on the inside of David Roach. Down this curved back straight they go. Osmond to the inside. Ortiz right there in third, trying to pick a lane to go. Who's going to be the fastest? As Roach now all by himself on the racing surface. Here comes everyone else. They were all diving down below that white line. Here we go on the board with Armando Ortiz. See just how close these guys are racing at 172 miles an hour. Ortiz getting a good run through 1 and 2 here. Having to lift a little bit, as he had nowhere to go with that run just yet. David Roach, though, still holding on to that top spot, and has been for a while now. AJ Rogers sitting in the 4th place. Erik Teske sitting in 2nd in points in coming into tonight's race, if I could spit it out clearly. Oh, good grief. Now he's looking to make a move on the 17 of Rogers. Teske in that 99 all over the back bumper of the 17. Now he's going to dive to the high side. Do you really dive to the high side? These are the hard-hitting questions here on MaxSpeedTV. Erik Teske, now he's on the inside, looking for some room underneath the 17. Gonna make the pass cleanly there. Now he sets his sight on the 24 and the 88. Meanwhile, the 44 machine, Daryl Ricketts, he is currently running in 6th place. Right behind him is the 16 of Russell Brown. The 16 machine running just right through the middle there. And then right behind him is the 58 of Kyle Gilbert. Gilbert started 7th, currently in 8th place. Gilbert looking for somewhere to go with this run down the backstretch, trying to find a way around Russell Brown here, as AJ Rogers is going to lose another spot to Daryl Ricketts. Rogers really starting to back up here some in this bit of a long green flag run now. We say long, relative long, but we are getting deep into a tire run here. It looks like Rogers not able to maintain pace. Up front, Armando Ortiz and Erik Teske have both managed to get around KD Osmond. Meanwhile, the 26 of Dustin German under heavy pressure from the 94 of Troy Radford. Radford sitting in 10th place, but he wants to be in 9th. Making the pass as he goes down the backstretch into turn number 3. Will complete the pass. As Dustin German and Troy Radford have some work to cut out for them to try and make it to the front, but these two very fast drivers. Dustin German does have a win on the season. Troy Radford still looking for his first win of the season. So that was through the field. That was our top 10 competitors. And back up front, David Roach under heavy pressure from Armando Ortiz in the 25. KD Osmond has gotten back around Erik Teske, but that is because to the 99 machine of Teske, he has hit pit road. A little bit of short pitting here. Our fuel window, we said 28 to 33 laps, but our tires can only make it about 15 laps. So Erik Teske and AJ Rogers pitting very early here. Sean Cool and Jerry West, both those guys with extensive damage, still sitting on pit road. Teske gonna be first one off pit road. That is gonna be a big benefit for him, as David Roach now has hit pit road, along with the 88 of KD Osmond. So we'll see how this plays out. 1 lap difference between David Roach and Erik Teske. The 09 and the 88 pitted 1 lap later than the 99 and the 17. That is going to give the lead now to Daryl Ricketts in the 44 machine. Kyle Gilbert currently in 2nd. Russell Brown 3rd. Troy Radford, who has made a pit stop, but it was under our first caution. He's still out there. And so as the field starts to go through green flag pit stops, I'll try and keep you updated on those who have pitted and those who have not, and where they are running. There's the 25 of Armando Ortiz. He's getting back up to speed. And here comes the 99 of Erik Teske. That early pit will grant the 99 machine the lead when or if this cycles all the way around throughout all these green flag pit stops. But Daryl Ricketts in the 44, he is still out there circling around. He's going to run this all as far as he can. Which isn't a bad idea. Maybe get a caution and trap several drivers a lap down, which would include the 99 of Erik Teske. Your leader is the 44, Daryl Ricketts, running that blue and black Carolina Panthers paint scheme. He's going to have to run this all the way till the caution flag flies or he is out of fuel. As we see that 85 go flying by as the 44 headed down pit road. And 2 cars going to overshoot their pit entrance. Not quite sure who that it is. That is John Johnson in the 22. And I believe that's the 42 of Austin Wheatley. So those guys getting into a spot of trouble here. We'll go to our MaxSpeedTV replay as the lead is now being given to Bobby Summers. Well, Austin Wheatley and John Johnson in the 22. Just not able to get on pit road very cleanly. Very late decision on their part. They're both going to have to serve a penalty time for an unsafe pit entrance. Ooh, is Chris Berg going out of control here? As we go back live, the caution flag is going to fly. And that is going to really shake things up here. As we're going to go to, again, our MaxSpeedTV replay. And with this yellow coming out, the field will truly be shooken up. Right now, Sean Wilder scored as our race leader. See David Roach working his way around the 0-3. The 0-3 just had no idea that Chris Berg in the 0-1 was coming. The 0-3 is Tim Connolly. And that is going to bring out our yellow. Sean Wilder had not made a pit stop yet under this green flag pit stop cycle. That 91 machine scored as your race leader. Chris Parle in the 41 being scored second. Parle already involved in our 2 earlier accidents. These guys have not made pit stops yet. Doug Wysocki in the 45 also has not pitted. But Erik Teske with 9 laps on his tires, I gotta think Teska's gonna come down pit road and get fresh tires. They're not caught up to the field yet. So Sean Wilder and Chris Parle will hit pit road. And here comes the rest of the field, and Erik Teske is gonna hit pit road. Armando Ortiz in the 25, also on pit road. David Roach, though, he is going to stay out. So David Roach staying out. So quite the situation here with different pit strategies. As it looks like everyone else may be coming down pit road. KD Osmond choosing to stay out. A lot of drivers having to get all the way around as they were trapped either a lap down or at the tail end of the lead lap. I'm not sure how well this will work out for Doug Wysocki or David Roach, as they are first and second right now. You see John Johnson in the 22 machine. We documented his earlier incident getting onto pit road. And Doug Wysocki in the 45 headed for pit road. That will put David Roach as your race leader. Chris Parle in the 41 being scored in second place. Chris Parle in that 41 will be the first car on fresh tires. If my timing and scoring is correct. With that 99 of Erik Teske sitting right behind him. So a very lucky break for Chris Parle, who we saw get caught up in the first two yellows of the night. Having recovered from that, here he is sitting in second right behind David Roach and just in front of Erik Teske. Armando Ortiz right now being scored in fourth. Rounding out your top five is the 17 of AJ Rogers. So just waiting for these cars to get the waiver around here that have not made a pit stop. That includes the 42 of Austin Wheatley, who was just on pit road, had the same problems with John Johnson. Rick Greenaway in the 69 also taking a wave around here. And the 8 of Doug Johnson.
Hang on, we're not going green, not
And we're
going
going to have
green.
a delayed restart here so that everyone can get caught up. There's the 38 of Hilton Young. Hilton Young, a member, longtime member of RFC. But I believe this is the first race that I have got to call with Hilton Young actually racing in it. I know at one point he tried to do a race and was unable to continue on. So very interested to see how he does out here tonight. All right, so the field formed up. Lights are out on the pace car. As it sits right now, Austin Wheatley in the 42 machine, last car on the lead lap, all the way down in 18th place. We have 18 cars on the lead lap. First car one lap down is the 22 of John Johnson. As you see him mixing it up with our leaders here. Sean Cool getting a back out on track after a very extensive amount of time on pit road. Jerry West, however, in the 86 machine, still not able to get back out there yet, but he has not pulled behind the wall, so we'll see if he can make it. But here we go, David Roach, not unfamiliar as a race leader here tonight, has been out front for 27 laps. Bringing this field once again down for a restart, and there it is. Tire spin and everything, but he keeps it going. That 99 of Erik Teske got a great jump right along with him. Chris Parle unable to hold on to that second spot, and now Parle in the 41 looks like he's about ready to be freight trained by a lot of these guys, as Parle just did not get going very well at all. AJ Rogers is going to get by as they go into turn 3. Here comes KD Osmond in the 88. Meanwhile, David Roach in the 09 under heavy attack from the 99 of Erik Teske. Teske down on the bottom. Looking for a good run here off the back, off turn 2 down the back straight. Side by side, they go into turn 3. Teske going to clear him. Ortiz looking for a way through that open door provided by Teske. But David Roach not yet willing to give up another spot. So he's going to stay to the high side here. Top 6 all right there, all fighting for a shot at the lead here. But Erik Teske, your race leader, in the 99. Ortiz in the 25, sitting in second now. As Roach in that 09, he's on a little bit older tires. Oh, as the 88 and the 41. Whew, very close situation there. But David Roach, who chose to stay out instead of coming down pit road, we see what just 10 laps of a difference makes on these tires. As David Roach has fallen all the way back into 5th place now. Erik Teske in the 99, your race leader. But the battle for 2nd place, very intense, as the 25, that black and green, crazy colored machine, is under heavy pressure from the blue 17 of AJ Rogers. And let's not forget that 88 Sundrop KD Osmond sitting right there waiting for these two to settle their battle so he can throw his name in the hat. And there he goes. He is going to dive down underneath, follow AJ Rogers through, as Ortiz going to lose 2 spots in 1 corner. Ortiz falling back into 4th place now. Brent Kuhl in the 4 machine. He missed the start, unknown reasons why. Haven't had a chance to talk to him yet. That check.guess.org machine was supposed to start 13th, but he started from pit road. Currently running 22nd, 1 lap down. Right behind him is the 38 of Hilton Young. Hilton Young is on the lead lap. Started 29th, currently 17th. As we're getting very near to the halfway point. Jerry West has made it out and done a lap, but pulled it right back in on pit road to get some more work done. So not entirely happy with the car yet. Didn't feel it was quite drivable, but has been able to get back out there and done 1 more lap. But Jerry West scored a 29th place. And it does look like with that completed lap, they have decided to push it behind the wall. So Jerry West in the 86, calling it an early night. We'll see if we can get a word in real quick with Mr. West. Meanwhile, we're watching the battle for 2nd place, still very intense between the 88 and the 17. Score the 88 in 2nd place as KD Osmond. Osmond has been fast all night, qualified up front, been running up front. That car is a rocket ship in the early stages. Looks like maybe not so much in a very long tire run. But you know what? A smart driver there. Very capable of making some adjustments. Able to find a way to survive a long run situation. So we'll see if he can track down the 99 of Erik Teske. Make a pass on the leader. I have been able to track down the 86 of Jerry West. Mr. West, it looks like you guys have pushed your car behind the wall. Can you tell us, are you done for the night?
Yeah, she's done. You know, a little simple mistake like that, ended up on my roof, and ended a good night for me and the 24, Sean. So, you know, I'd like to apologize to anybody that got caught up in that, especially the 24, Sean Cool, man. I mean, one little misjudgment, and it's over.
Now, can you tell us what you saw out there that or what you didn't see that caused that?
Yeah, I just misjudged the entry of the corner there. I was trying to fall in behind Sean there, and he wasn't quite clear, and my left front hooked up to his right rear, turned him right across my nose and up the track, and you know, I went on my lid. And fortunately, a lot of cars got through there. Some didn't, and you know, like I said, I apologize to those guys for anybody that got caught up in that. But yeah, it was totally my fault, man, and hopefully they won't be so hard on me about it. You know, everybody makes mistakes, and tonight was my night. Had a good car, man. I was looking forward to this race. Really fast, and I took out 2 cars that had a shot at the win.
Well, fortunately for you, wins are everything as far as setting it into chase contention. You lead the league with 3 wins. Well, I should say you're tied with Erik Teske with 3 wins, but he's out front right now. How worried are you about holding on to the top spot?
I've not really been racing like that this season. I've been going for the wins, of course, so it's always good to win on tracks that I'm good at. Reason why I pulled the car back in is that it just wasn't feeling good enough, and it wasn't fast enough to be out there with those guys. Didn't want to cause any issues with those people that are still out there, so you know, I pulled it behind the wall tonight. I'm locked in to the chase, so I figured, you know, it happens.
All right, man. Well, like you said, not your night tonight. We'll look forward to seeing you next week, and maybe have a better night than what you had tonight.
Hey, man, appreciate it, and thanks for what you're doing up there, man, and thanks to Racing for a Cause and all the viewers out there. And good luck to the drivers. Whoever wins this is going to be a good one.
All right, that is Jerry West taking the time after surveying the damage to talk to us. It looks like green flag pit stops are starting to happen once again. Several cars on pit road, including David Roach, Brent Cool. Those guys making some stops along with Doug Johnson. David Roach, your pole sitter on the night. He was unfortunate in that he did stay out on that last caution that we had, but here he is possibly short pitting. Maybe gonna make something happen with this short pit. We'll see how this plays out, as it is a little bit early, but he's got a lot of time to make up on the 99 of Erik Teske, as David Roach will be scored 1 lap down. It's about a lap and a half down now to the 99 machine of Erik Teske. Meanwhile, the battle for second place just as intense as ever, as the 25 and the 88 still can't decide who wants to run where. These guys have been going at it. They have been out for blood and have yet to concede the position to one another. Right now, that 25 machine, a Lake Erie Entertainment, scored in second. He is going to slide up in front of the Sundrop 88. But here comes that Sundrop 88. He is going to follow in. I thought maybe he was going to try and dive down below him. There's the 99 of Erik Teske. And Osmond heading for pit road. KD Osmond making his pit stop. And here he comes. So pitting from third place will be the 88 machine. He wants to be the first one on fresh tires, and I'll tell you what, I don't blame him. And looks like that is going to allow Armando Ortiz in the 25 to make a pass for the lead on the 99 of Erik Teske. But when will these guys pit? And here comes Ortiz. Ortiz down to pit road now. So last time green flag pit stops happened, Erik Teske was the first one to hit pit road. This time it is KD Osmond, with a lap later being Armando Ortiz. The 99 staying out there. Will we see him come down pit road this time? Nobody can really make it the rest of the way from here. Everyone's still going to have to make one more stop, maybe even two, if we stay green for the rest of the way. So I wonder if Erik Teske is going to try and push it for as long as possible. Here is Doug Johnson in the 8 machine trying to get one of his laps back. That will put Johnson one lap down in that 8 machine. So Teske still out front, still circling around. Second place has been the 44, Chris Parle. There's the 09 of David Roach. David Roach was one of the first ones we saw hit pit road. But he is trapped one lap down. And in fact, he is also behind the 88 of KD Osmond. There's Osmond. Osmond is the first car one lap down right now. So if the caution flag would fly, that would be a bad situation for Osmond. He would like to see this thing go the rest of the way, as Chris Parle has hit pit road, pitting from second place. The 99 of Erik Teske still circling around. I think he is going to run this one as deep as he can. Maybe try and make this just a one more stop race for him. There goes the 69 of Rick Greenaway. Greenaway getting one of his laps back. That will put Greenaway, the last car, one lap down in 18th spot. Greenaway started 25th, so he has moved forward. It looks like heavy damage on that car. He has soldiered on for a tough night. That 69 machine, no quitting it. So now Erik Teske is the only car on the lead lap. Everyone else has made a pit stop. That 99 machine still has not pitted. KD Osmond, first car one lap down still. As you see, Osmond looks to track him down. We go on board with Osmond. Gonna unlap himself the hard way. And Teska's not even gonna contest it. He's just gonna go right to the inside. And here comes Teske to pit road. Teske, oh man, can he save it? He does save it. Getting all sorts of crossed up. So now it's going to be an epic race. Who can get on and off pit road the quickest here? Osmond with that early pit stop had those fresh tires the soonest. Here he comes out of turn number 4. Erik Teske still has about 6 seconds left in his pit stall, so Osmond will assume the lead. And Erik Teske pulling away now. Now he's off pit road. But I have a feeling Teske is going to try and stretch this thing all the way to the end and make that his final stop of the night. That's going to be a long way to go, but he is a master at saving fuel. We'll see if he can do it. But that is all dependent on the yellow flag not coming out. So a big gamble on Erik Teske here, trying to make it the rest of the way without making a pit stop. I do not believe anyone else can do that, as he waited till the absolute last second to make his pit stop. Osmond pitted very early. By virtue of that, he has gotten around Armando Ortiz. The 91 of Sean Wilder is on a little bit fresher tires than our leader, but Wilder is scored 1 lap down. He'd like to get a lap back, and he's going to try and do it the hard way as he goes down to the inside of the leader. Unable to make it stick, he is going to fall back a little bit here. While they're starting to blink, they're just a touch. David Roach has been your race leader for 29 laps. Erik Teske with 27 laps led. Roach now in 3rd place. Roach, one of the first ones on pit road in this green flag pit stop cycle. He's got about 15 to 16 more laps before he has to hit pit road again without a caution flying. So he for sure cannot make it to the end without some help of cautions. Osmond's still your race leader. He's been out front for 5 laps tonight. Once he passes the stripe here, that will be 6 laps. Look at that. KR can do math. 24 machine is Sean Cool. He is scored in 25th place. We got an interview with Jerry West. We saw those two get together very, very early in the night. And unfortunately for Sean Cool, he is just out riding around here tonight with a heavily beat up car. If you guys didn't get a chance to see it, Sean did join me in the broadcast booth last night for the OP Racing Super Speedway series. So Sean hung up the steering wheel and picked up a microphone for a night. I gotta tell you, did a pretty good job. So very enjoyable getting to talk to him about racing. Knows what he's doing. Very talented driver, just not his night tonight. Looking at the 47 machine of Ray Radford. Radford currently scored 6 laps down, along with the 0-4 of Will Colton. I'll spit it out, don't worry. These guys both scored 6 laps down right now. And then that is 21st and 22nd. Brent Cool in the 4 machine, he has currently scored 20th. He is 2 laps down. So not really having the night he would like to have in the check.guess.org machine. If you guys missed it, I'll tell you what, we had an epic charity event for Brent Cool and the charity that he runs, the check.guess.org. If you guys get the chance, hit me up. I can send you a link for that event. It was quite the event we had. Speaking of events, I'd be remiss if we also didn't talk about the one that was hosted by AJ Rogers. That was just a couple of weeks ago. Another stellar event for the Racing for a Cause guys, and that's what this league is all about. That's why they're named Racing for a Cause. Shyster 200, hosted at Homestead, Miami. 2 very stellar special events. Great racing involved all around. So Sean Wilder in the 91 has managed to unlap himself. He is now the last car on the lead lap. He's currently in 12th place. Started 23rd, so he has moved through the field very well here tonight. He is struggling right now to stay on the lead lap. He's got to drive for all he is worth. Wilder on just a little bit fresher tires than KD Osmond. We are getting deep into a tire run. And here comes Osmond for pit road, it looks like, along with Ortiz. These guys gonna hit pit road very early here, as the race for the lead will be carried on to pit road. And now the question becomes, does the caution stay out? Will Erik Teske be able to make it all the way to the end? Erik Teske has passed both these guys. He is still in third place. AJ Rogers in the 17 machine is now your race leader, as the 25 and the 88 have hit their pit stalls, and looks like the 88 had trouble getting into his stall, and Ortiz is going to make a pass on pit lane. So put Ortiz in front of KD Osmond, as these guys have gone a lap down now, as AJ Rogers in the 17 machine not yet making his pit stop. With 20 laps to go, he's going to need a lot of help with cautions to make it to the end of this thing without pitting again. But if a caution comes out, Erik Teske is going to just throw his hands up, because he really does not want to see one. He is the only car, I think, that this broadcaster with limited knowledge of racing believes Erik Teske is the only one who can make it all the way here on his last pit stop. Rogers currently your race leader. The 41 machine of Chris Parle scored in third place right now. We saw him get involved in both of our very first two cautions. And here he is, not giving up. Still out there, still digging. Meanwhile, Teske has made a pass on AJ Rogers, as Rogers is in pit road. So Rogers on pit road. Armando Ortiz looks like he's getting ready to come around. Troy Radford is right in front of these guys. Radford had pitted a little bit earlier than they have. So by virtue of a 3-lap sooner pit stop, Troy Radford is in front of Armando Ortiz and KD Osmond. But for how much longer? It looks like maybe about a back straight and maybe half a corner, as Radford's going to fight off Ortiz down through 3 and 4. Down the back stretch, Ortiz down on the apron. Right now, put Ortiz into third place. Radford in fourth. KD Osmond fifth. So with so many different strategies going on right now, gonna have to try and bring them to you as I see them. I did not realize Troy Radford had hit pit road that much sooner. But it looks like it's not enough for him, as Ortiz and Osmond are both going to get back around him. But Radford running 5th place will be a solid finish for him, especially since he did not take a qualifying time. and started very deep in the field here tonight. Speaking of positions gained, the 41 of Chris Parle has gained 14 spots. The 94 of Troy Radford gaining 22. So some big movers inside the top 10 here, as we have 14 laps to go. But Erik Teske out front, he has a 10.5 second lead over Chris Parle in second, and almost a 20-second lead over Armando Ortiz in third. And so Teske can manage the gap, just does not need a caution here. And if he can manage this gap of about 18.6 seconds, as you see, he's really getting off the throttle, really coasting it. Ortiz driving for all he's worth with 12 laps to go. Teske is going to have to keep it within about a second a lap. Can only lose about a second a lap to Ortiz. Chris Parle in the 41. He's right on the edge as well. I don't think he can make it. And here he comes down pit road. So the 41 machine is headed for pit road. He's going to pit from second place. That 99 machine now has a 16-second gap to Armando Ortiz. Ortiz in second, KD Osmond in third. These guys do have enough fuel for sure to make it to the end. And they are pushing each other as hard as possible to this finish as we go on board with Osmond. Just up ahead is the 25 machine, Lake Erie Entertainment 25 of Ortiz. Troy Radford in the 94 machine is currently in fourth place. And David Roach, our pole sitter, in that 09 machine, he is currently rounding out your top five. Dustin German in the 26. He is scored in sixth place right now. That very iconic Haviland paint scheme. Oh man, oh so close to Bobby Summers. That 23 machine of Bobby Summers not really having the run he wanted. He is currently scored in 11th place, one lap down. Chris Parle in that 41 on those fresh tires, looking for some room to run. He's trying to find a way around Bobby Summers here. Parle is on the same lap as Summers. He is one lap down, but he is on the freshest tires of these guys. So he's trying to carve his way through them, make something happen. Meanwhile, up front, the gap is shrinking. 12.5 seconds from Erik Teske to Armando Ortiz. But with 6 laps to go, Ortiz is going to really have to start digging deep to make something happen. And I'll tell you what, across the stripe here, with 5 laps to go now, if the caution flies, Teske makes it on fuel for sure, no questions asked. Now he would not mind a caution to happen because the race would finish under yellow. He would win. He would not need to make a pit stop. But he might need to. I still don't know his fuel. This is my best guess. But I think this guy can make it all the way until the end. So even if the caution flies, Erik Teske is safe right now as far as I can calculate. That 99 machine has just got to manage 11.5-second gap. The 91 of Sean Wilder all over his back bumper. Wilder wanting to get a lap back. Looks like he will here. That will put him 1 lap down. So Sean Wilder in the 91 unlapping himself once again. 3 laps to go for Erik Teske. You can hear him just barely getting into the throttle. Clutching it. Coasting through the corner. Maintaining a gap between him and Armando Ortiz. This 99 machine doing all he can to win it. 2 laps to go. Can Ortiz close up a 9-second gap in 2 laps? It'll be very, very hard to do. If Teske can pull off the win, that will put him at 4 wins on the season. White flag in the air for Erik Teske in that 99 machine. Final lap, 1 lap to go. Teske running on fumes, stretching it as far as he can. With this win, that will put him on top of the points. 4 wins on the season to Jerry West's 3. Final time, coming out of turn 4, checkered flag waving. Give the win to Erik Teske in that 99 machine. Brilliant pit strategy. Got Erik Teske the win. Armando Ortiz finishing 2nd. Osborne will be 3rd. David Roach 4th. 5th place would be Troy Radford. Dustin German coming home 6th. AJ Rogers will be 7th. Austin Wheatley recovering from his pit road missing pit road entrance. He will be scored 8th. Chris Parle will be 9th, the first car 1 lap down. And Rick Greenaway in the 69 will round out your top 10 here. As the 99 of Erik Teske might just have enough for a burnout. We'll find out. We set up our post-race show here on MaxSpeedTV. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back as we have our post-race show. We're going to start with our race winner, Erik Teske in the 99. And it looks like that 99 machine ran out of fuel just now as you celebrated.
Oh, that's totally correct, KR. We don't have anything left in the tank, so we did go all the way through fuel mileage. Sorry.
Man, what a great pit strategy call, but what a huge gamble it was. Not only that, saying, hey, I don't think there's going to be a yellow for the rest of the race. Let's stretch this run and hit our fuel window to make it on one more stop. What led you to make that kind of decision?
Well, I'm secured in the chase anyway because my victories ahead. So, you can gamble with the strategies. Maybe it's working out, maybe it's... So it's all about a learning curve, about, getting in the chase, and then just learn about your car, and maybe you can use it during the chase and being better there. So sometimes you need to gamble. Well, this time it works out. I was a little bit scared though because Amanda was going really quick. But eventually we make it.
Well, you made it to victory lane. You won tonight's 150-mile event on an excellent pit stop, excellent pit strategy call. So congratulations. That puts you on 4 wins on the season. So now you assume the top spot in the points championship over Jerry West and Sean Cool. So those guys, what does this mean for you as the chase gets that much closer?
Well, being in the top of the championship doesn't really matter because eventually we're all equal during the chase. So you need to do it all over again. But it gives you a big confidence boost, if you performs really well during the normal season. So it's all about getting your boost, performance boost, and how you call it? No, I don't know. Self-confidence or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's good enough.
So it's all about that, and it's that's it. That's what it means for me right now during these races.
All right, man. Well, once again, congratulations on the race win. Any final sponsors, people you'd like to thank?
I just want to thank everyone around me who race me clean. I want to thank also Troy for the amazing effort he's playing right now. And, I just want to thank also Autism Awareness for being on my car again.
All right, that is the 99 machine of Erik Teske, your race winner here at the Chicago 150. Congratulations to him. Now it's time to move on to our second place finisher, and that is Armando Ortiz. Mr. Ortiz, who finished second place out here tonight. Tell us a little bit about your race and how tired you are with the battle that seemed to go on lap after lap between you and KD Osmond.
Well, it's a pretty fun race, man, and I had a good time racing them. That's a hard one right there. I thought we had the best car heads up, but Erik got it on fuel, so congrats to him.
Well, he managed to make it on fuel, but you were closing in. You end up just under 8 seconds behind him. At what point do you think maybe were you ready to say, his strategy was better, or the whole time were you thinking, oh, I got to pit early now, pit here, and I might have a chance at winning?
Kind of just had a set strategy going in. I was gonna come in with about 22 laps and then just go for it and see what happens.
Well, second place happened, so congratulations on that. Any sponsors, people you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I definitely want to thank Racing for a Cause. I think it's an amazing thing that they do. Hershy Designs, my secondary sponsor, Lake Erie Entertainment. Obviously, you guys over there at MaxSpeedTV, so super cool what we got going on here.
All right, man. Well, it was a great race. We had 2 early cautions. As a driver, how does that change your mindset when you got those 2 quick cautions like that?
Not much. I mean, obviously the goal is always to go and win. It might have changed, pit strategy, etc., stuff like that. But I mean, it doesn't really switch it up too much for me.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Ortiz, for taking the time to talk to us. Finishing second out here tonight, 1 win on the season. Looking forward to next season. You gonna be able to pull off another one, or not next race?
Yes, sir. It's Daytona, I believe. So we'll be ready to rock and roll and go after it over there.
All right, well, we'll look forward to seeing you in victory lane once again this season. That's Armando Ortiz finishing second out here tonight. Now we're moving on to our third place finisher. That is KD Osmond. Man, oh man, Osmond, you had a heck of a battle for second, battling for the lead. It seemed like you just could not find a place to not battle for somewhere in the top three.
Yeah, that last, I guess it was like the last 20 lap stint. I think if I hadn't had slid through my pit box, I might have been able to come out in front of Armando and held off for second place.
Now, we've seen several different pit strategies playing out throughout the night. Some pitting a few laps earlier than you. Maybe, the last pit stop, you were one of the first ones to hit pit road. So how were you able to learn throughout the race, and when did you feel was the right time to pit?
After that first set of green flag pit stops and that last caution, I think we went green with like 40 to go, or 60 to go, sorry. So I was just going to go ahead and split it into thirds and see how that would work out. I was guessing that Erik was going to try and split it in half, so I was just hoping he would run out of fuel.
Well, Erik did run out of fuel, but unfortunately it was during his victory donuts. So he managed to make it work the rest of the way. But man, I tell you what, you put on a heck of a show out here tonight. And with a great run finishing third, can we expect a win from you next week?
It's Daytona. I'm not sure you can really expect anything.
All right. Well, I won't expect anything, but you know what? If you expect the unexpected, won't it become expected?
I'm not that smart. I can't comprehend that.
Hey, you know what? That's all right. So, congratulations on your third place finish out here tonight. Any final thoughts, sponsors, people you'd like to thank?
As always, my grandma and my uncle are watching. I'd like to thank you guys at MaxSpeedTV, Hershy Design Company, and Racing for a Cause, because without everyone, this wouldn't really be possible.
All right, that is Mr. KD Osmond with a stellar third place finish out here tonight. Congratulations to him, and also all of our podium finishers here tonight. Thank you very, very much, guys, for taking the time to talk to me up here in the broadcast booth. Let's go through our results real quick. If I can pull it up. Erik Teske, your race winner. Armando Ortiz finishing second. KD Osmond, your third place finisher. We got a chance to talk to all three of them. David Roach bringing it home fourth. Your pole sitter finishing fourth. And Troy Radford will round out your top five. Sixth place going to Dustin German. AJ Rogers seventh. Eighth place Austin Wheatley. Ninth will be Chris Parle, the first car one lap down. Rick Greenaway 10th. 11th place Hilton Young. 12th will be Doug Wysocki. Kyle Gilbert 13th. 14th place Doug Johnson. And 15th will be Bobby Summers. 16th place will be Sean Wilder. Brent Kuhl will be 17th, the first car 2 laps down. John Johnson 18th. 19th place will be Russell Brown, and rounding out your 20th position will be Peyton Johnson. Will Colton will be in 21st. 22nd goes to Ray Radford. Sean Kuhl will be 23rd. Greg Willis 24th. Daryl Ricketts 25th. 26th place Chris Berg. Tim Connolly 27th. 28th will be Jeffrey Clifton. And 29th will be Jerry West. So guys, thank you very much for joining me tonight. Tonight's broadcast was brought to you by Walls Beard Co., Colby's Eye Paints, the Ohio IndyCar League, SimSpeedShop.com, iBog, and the Hershy Design Company. All of those can be found down below in the video description. Make sure you check out what they have to offer. Tell them that KR sent you from MaxSpeedTV So guys, thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to see you all next time. Have a good night.